brother man, I wanted you to act a fool because she don't want him to come to the table because she's sitting at the table with all these white folks. He dumb. He don't know nothing. He white. Okay, sister. A man threatening to beat up that woman just to see you? Imagine what he do when he don't want to see you. They ain't do that. They ain't do that for me. Kinda mad. Still. And it's been 60 years.
Oh, yeah, the brown sugar.
Yeah.
Break it down for me.
You know, we all looking for wifey material. A woman that's fine, smart, classy, but not a snob. You know, hella sexy, but not a hoe. That's brown sugar. That's my Arixto.
Welcome. I go by the name of Arixto. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Where have you been? I went with my glasses, but I'm about to do a makeup look. So, I took down half of my hair because I was like, maybe I should stop coming on YouTube looking busted. Maybe I should, take down my twist out. But then I got tired because I'm gonna have to twist it back up. So you get what you get. But today I'm gonna be doing a makeup look while I talk about this movie that I watched on YouTube. I love watching older movies. I really do. And this particular movie came out in 1960. I made some little points that I wanted to talk about this movie, but I haven't seen this movie. This is why I hate filming in here. The last time I saw this movie, well, I guess the last time I watched it was the first time I watched it. I planned on watching it again, but I never got to it. But the first time I saw it was 2 weeks ago. So I'm recalling stuff from 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to be in this video, but better late than never. Okay, so I'm gonna say spoiler alert. Been out for 50? No, 50 years. Because Janet Jackson born in 1960. I mean 1966.
I ain't never ever.
Get some help.
Yo, I was just talking to my cousin about how I've literally finessed my way through every math class since like 3rd grade. It's 60 years. If you want to watch the movie, I'll link it down below. It's on this great channel called Real Black, like real, like R-E-E-L, like a movie reel. It's too clever. And it's been recommended for me to watch for a minute now, so I was like, I might as well. I have nothing else to do, so I watched it. It's about this woman who is white passing. She has a mixed mother and a black grandmother. She has a black brother, and in the movie, her grandmother tells her, don't pass for white. She wanted to pass for whites because she could get a better job and stuff, because being black just wasn't getting her nowhere. Especially people can't tell she black, so she was like, why do I have to tell people that I'm black every time? I'm gonna pass for white. So she goes to, I can't remember. She either goes to New York or LA. Those are two contenders. I don't know. I can't remember where she went. I should just watch the movie over and, or at least just watch the first couple minutes over to see where she went, but I won't. So she go out there, and this is pretty much where my list starts. Like, I don't think I should like explain any more of the movie. Right. Number 1, it says her husband Rick was kind of creepy. Before we even get to before he was her husband, she met this man on a plane to New York or LA. He was mad weird. Like, she was scared of flying, and he was like, oh, it's just all in your head. Like, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be good. Like, drank this weird drink that it wasn't really weird. It was like a alcoholic drink. I don't know them. Yeah, he was very persistent about her drinking it, as if like he might have like put a little something in it. I don't know, it was kind of creepy. And only reason I brought that back up is because all the stuff that happened later. let's read off my little list. Stalkerish. Okay, so he was kind of stalkerish. So she was talking about how her boss I gotta go back. He was like, oh yeah, I needed to see you again. I hunt you down. I called cause she was staying at an all-girls hotel. It was the 60s. I don't know where they do that no more, but it was an all-girls hotel. He searched down her hotel because I'm sure there wasn't that many all-girl hotels. So he found her what hotel she was staying at. He found the job that she had got up there, called the receptionist and threatened to beat her up until he found her. And I was like, ew. And I guess it could have been funny. I guess. I didn't live there during that time. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not funny. A man threatening to beat up that woman just to see you? Imagine what he do when he don't want to see you. Like, what? Like, anyway, that was weird. Later on, she was like, come with me while I go talk to my boss because he wants to see me right now. Because he's a little handsy. He likes to grope women. And honestly, I could tell before they even spelled it out. To keep it a bug with you, I was like, ugh. I ran across a few of y'all in my day. Shit. But he talking about something. He said, what's wrong with that? What's wrong? Man, if a man asks you what's wrong with another man, no. Gotta go. Oh, he was thirsty. Oh my, he was thirsty. Oh my God. So they met, and 2 weeks later, he was like, marry me. Marry who? What? Like, and I guess that would have been romantic. That would have been too cute. Like, oh, he's a man who knows what he wants. But no. It's like all of the red flags that calculated this end result. Just walk away. Walk. And he racist. And you think that's cool because you wanna pass for white? No, baby. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My second point, Bernice B. Lila, whatever you want to call her, Layla, she was the main character. She was a liar. Yes, it was. I'm assuming the movie was filmed in 1959 since it came out in 1960. I understand what time it is. I understand that. But knowing who I am and knowing my personality and knowing everything that I stand for, I don't think I would have reacted the way she did or even acted the way she did. I don't know. Also, the reason I called her Beatrice Lila, because her real name is Beatrice, but she changed it to Lila after she moved to wherever. Really have no clue. Like, I just think I would have been up front. Like, and I understand what time it was. I get that. You don't have to tell me. I get it. I still don't care. Just don't. Say we look at it from a shallow point of view, like the shallow consequences she would have had by outing herself as a black woman. Say we look at it on the shallow end of the pool. The biggest thing he's gonna do is reject you, break up with you. Let's assume the reason she didn't tell him is because she was in love, right? She was in love. After 2 weeks, okay? She was in love, right? Why would you want to be with a man or anybody who doesn't like you or your people? He don't like your mama, he don't like your grandmama, he dang sure don't like your brother because he beat him up in the club later on in the movie, like after they done got married and all this other stuff. I'm just like, you don't even gotta be with him to go through this. But for some reason, she went through it. And there was people in the comments like, y'all just don't understand the time. Look at all these children in here. Like, why? Y'all need to read up on your history, this and the third. I'm just like, yeah, but why though? I just literally can't sit here and hear anybody's point of view if they're talking about because of whatever consequence she would have received from telling him because she didn't have to be with him. She didn't have to. She knew that man was racist. I don't care if she knew or not. She knew. Child. If he loved her the way he claimed he loved her, oh, let's get married after 2 weeks, head ass. If he really loved her that much, why would he care? because he's a racist and his mother's racist too. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But his mama big racist. I swear. Read right through her collar. Always do it. Also, I didn't like the way she was like disowning her matriarchs. You know? Like her mama and her grandmother, like I know, even though in the circumstances, I still don't like it. I just don't. And how she pretty much started to become the person she had created for herself. Because let's talk about what was Shorty's name? Bertha. Bertha was the maid. She was Rick's dad's maid, her cousin that she ended up marrying, his maid, and then when they got married, she became their maid. And the energy she was giving off when she was around her after they got married, the energy she was giving, I was just like, girl, why you treating her like that? Since we brought up Bertha, sorry, I almost called her Bertha, baby, she, aka the best character in the movie, the maid, she was this black woman. Okay, I know, it didn't feel right saying it, but it was the 60s, the 50s, so, hey, that's what you get when you watch movies like this. The moment she met Lila, the moment she met her, she knew she was black. That was funny. That was really funny to me. Yeah, she knew for the jump. Like, and I love how they showed us that she knew, but without like ever having to say it or spell it out. Like the moment she walked in the room, she was like, "Okay, sister." That was her whole demeanor, and I was here for it. I was here for it. Every scene with Bertha, I was living. Rick's mama, the anxiety that I felt coming from those scenes with his mama was the most nerve-wracking feeling I've ever felt. Like, since the last time I felt that was since Can I Talk? Can You Talk? Was Out of Time with Denzel Washington, Eva Mendes, and Sanaa Lathan. That was a thriller. This was a little old drama. Like, what? It was too crazy. She kept asking her questions. Oh, what she's wearing is so 1800s. Like, who is this? Who is this woman? I was like, sis, why are you questioning what she's wearing though? Like, yeah. It was too crazy. Those scenes with the mama, I was like, ooh. B, what you gonna do when she found out, like, you really gonna have to beat her up? Like, you could clearly tell they was racist. His parents was racist, he was racist. Like, it was all nasty racist. Let's talk about Sally real quick. Sally was Lila's B's friend that she met when she came out to New York or LA. That was the friend she met, and she knew that she was black. And she was like, girl, don't tell nobody, keep it on the low. She was finding ways to maneuver through, keep this lie on the hush. I was like, you would rather die, you better than me. Because the last 20 minutes of the movie had me dying. Only because out of all of the scariness that she felt, she was screaming to the top of her lungs, is the baby black? There's a lot of impact in this scene because I was really taking the movie seriously up until this point. I still took the movie seriously, don't get me wrong. But let me stop eating. Oh, I'm so unprofessional. Oh. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Oh my god, there's like a black hole in my brain. Like, I just lose everything. I had to tie her up for this one. Okay, so she over there. So I know, it's a different time. I refuse to believe that common sense wasn't there. You know, it's not a new name. It's not newly created. I don't even have to be born or live during that time to know that motherfuckers had common sense. I just know they did. Why are you yelling? Is the baby black? Baby, your father is a mixed race man. He's black and white. Your mother is black and white. Your grandfather, he's white. Your grandmother, she's black. Yes, I know a lot of people around her look very ethnic, but there's a lot of white blood in this young lady's DNA. And she imagine not knowing how to talk. The father's baby? Imagine still being wrong. Bitch, I meant the baby's father, and I'm sure you picked that up, but I can't believe, with all the attitude and all the sass, I still got it wrong. Is a white man. He ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He white. He really white. And she thought that the baby was going to be black. In what world? In what time? In what era? You can ask my 5-year-old cousin. He know the baby wasn't gonna come out black. Maybe I don't know something. Let me know. Maybe I don't know something. She crying and pleading up and down. Is the baby black? And the baby didn't end up surviving. The baby died, but they showed her the baby, and she was like, "He white. Lord have mercy. I wouldn't have thunk it. I wouldn't have thunk it." And let's talk about how she went to the club. You remember when I brought up how her husband beat up her brother in the club? They ain't sure don't like your brother because he beat him up in the club. Okay, so she go back to Richmond, I think, because that's where she's from, Richmond, Virginia. She go to Richmond, I think. Or her brother was just traveling because he was in a band. So he was just traveling and he see her at this club. So he like, "B, what's up?" So she like, "I gotta go to the bathroom. Sally, don't follow me. I gotta go by myself," right? So she can talk to him in private because she don't want him to come to this table because she's sitting at this table with all these white folk. So she go over to the bathroom, not in the bathroom, just by the bathroom doors, and she over there talk to her brother, and she like, "Yo, like I can't talk to you right now. Chill out," right? So her husband see her talking to him. I'm really reiterating this conversation, like ain't nothing quoted, okay? But he see them over there talking, right? And they holding hands and stuff, and he like, who is this? Who is this little nigga holding my white, pure wife, right? Little Let me stop. That's really disrespectful because I hate when they do that. He go over there and he overhear them talk, him calling her B and stuff, and he just overhear a lot of stuff, and he like, "Get off of her," punching her, not punching her, punching her brother, beating him up and stuff, and she just sitting there like, no, and I'm just like, in that moment, that's when I'll be like, okay, I went too far. Let me stop, let me retract, let me stop this from happening, because my brother's getting his ass beat, and he can't do nothing because he in a room full of white people. They just gonna jump him, kill him, beat him to death. So like, back to the baby, because she was screaming and asking if the baby was black, her husband automatically thinks of this black man who he had to fight in the bar, which was her brother. Now he thinks she cheated on him. And he going through her stuff. And while she was in the hospital, he going through all her stuff in an angry rage. She made the white man mad. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So that's what happened, man. And she come home from the hospital and she all mad at Bertha, talking about something. "You went through my stuff, because he was always suspicious because his mama was suspicious about that picture of her mama because his mama, Rick, asked for a picture to see of her mom. Oh my God. Rick's mom asked for a picture of Beatrice's mom, Lyra's mom, because she wanted to see her, right? Bertha's mother. Actually, I don't think we ever really saw Bertha's mother in the movie, and they probably explained why. I just don't remember. But I'm assuming she was dead. Either way, she was clearly a black woman. So her mom, they didn't invite her to the wedding. They didn't invite any of Bertha's family to the wedding. Not Bertha, Beatrice. They didn't invite any of Beatrice's family to the wedding. So his mom was like, "Well, I want to see your mother." let me see your mother. So she find this raggedy old picture of some white woman that she don't even know, and Rick's mom was like, who is this? What she's wearing is so 1800s. Like, who is this? Who is this woman? I was like, sis, why are you questioning what she's wearing though? Like, they was already suspicious, right? So he takes this picture when he mad and in a white man rage, right? He tight, right? Anyway, she mad at Bertha like, you touch my stuff. She called herself being big tight at Bertha for touching her stuff, right? And Bertha's like, I didn't touch it. And she was like, well, nobody goes to my stuff but you. And she was like, that's not true. Okay, you got a husband, right? And she was like, yeah. She kind of alludes to her knowing that Beatrice is black, and I really don't know. I can't remember how, but we all knew that Bertha knew. So B is like, how did you know? How did you know? And she was like, honey, I know what you allowed me to know. Like, she like, I know, but I'm not telling you nothing because. And then she was like, well, does Rick know? And she was like, he know as much as he dumb. He don't know nothing. Beatrice is pretty much like, yeah, I didn't tell him nothing. She was like, I didn't tell him nothing. He don't know nothing, right? And she was like, and he ain't gotta know nothing. You feel me? You ain't gotta tell him nothing. And I was kind of like, period. But then I was also kind of like, I watched this whole movie waiting for you to tell him, and she never told him. He never found out. He just thought she cheated on him, and then he left. And that was the movie. Like, it was very anticlimactic, if you ask me. But yeah. So she go back home to Richmond, right? She walked through the door, and it was kind of touching when she reunited with her grandmother. It was so sweet. I'm not gonna lie. But then her brother walks in, and then he just joined in the family hug, and it was supposed to be like, it stopped being touching the moment he walked in the room and he was feeling all happy and stuff to see her. I was like, no, I wanted to show brother, I can't remember his name, brother man, I wanted to show, I wanted you to act a fool, because she really let you get beat up. Like, what? She made that choice. Nobody was holding the gun to her head. Nobody told her to be with this man. Nobody told her to marry him. Nobody told her to have his baby. Nobody told her to lie. Nobody. I would have acted a plumb fool, and I wanted to see him act a plumb fool, and they ain't do that. They ain't do that for me. Kind of mad. Still, and it's been 60 years. I'm still mad. Especially because he was just gonna leave her in the end anyway. I'm disgusted. It was a tight movie. I really liked it. It was really good, actually. Even though, like, I don't think I had anything nice to say about it, but it's a really good movie. I'll leave the link in the description box. I think if they remade it, I would love to see it with, like, Mariah Carey. Or like Jennifer Beals. Could you tell I just read that off that screen? Too fast too, because I can't see that well.
Baby, I am what I am. I'm gonna be who I be.